my prized possession. Right. Don't mess with this, okay? This is my prized possession.
What is this?
Show them.
What is this?
Show them.
It's a Viviotta. Do you like that?
That's my prized possession.
Do you like? How much is this worth?
Maybe 100 quid.
Quite a lot, isn't it, for a bit of paper? Rubbish.
Rubbish.
What is this?
It's Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. He stays in my wallet to protect
Some people pursue the cup of Christ and the Ark of the Covenant. Connor's like, I want a piece of cardboard with a weird creature on.
It's not weird, it's cool. It's the coolest thing I own.
Connor broke. I used to collect Pokemon cards.
You're better than me.
And I was like 9. I never got the ones I wanted though.
Yeah?
When I was a kid, I had a friend who was like a rich guy, very rich. And he always got everything, and I got like a pair of shoes. And it was really annoying. He got all the shiny Pokemon cards. When the yo-yo craze took off, he got like the Black Mamba yo-yo, which was worth like 200 quid. He got all the Tamagotchis, and he got the Buzz Lightyear toy, and I got fuck all. Stupid working class background nonsense. Living next door. Because I mean,
your parents are just preaching moderation.
To be fair, my dad built a killer robot.
That's not. My dad built a house. That's not nearly as cool. He built an airplane.
Oh, man. I think people think I'm like
cooler than yours.
People think I'm like rich or something, but my parents, my mum was like a stay-at-home mum. My dad fitted aircraft interiors, like chairs and things.
Your aircraft interiors,
like putting the bloody chairs in the plane and stuff. You know, which I think it paid all right as a blue-collar job.
Yeah. I'm sure this is.
So I always felt a little bit like, and a lot of my you were supposed to put the chairs in the bloody plane. Oh dear. People are sad that my story got cut off. This is why you need to bring Paul, because when I'm pouring my heart out, the camera won't fucking die halfway.
It will die.
Imagine if Moses was giving a sermon on the Mount, and all of a sudden...
Are you Moses? Are you Moses? Are you fucking Moses?
Moses' dad didn't build a killer robot and put it on BBC Two. But he should have.
Oh, everyone. Just the 11th commandment. Put it on BBC Two. Build a robot and stick it on BBC Two.
What I was saying is,
okay.
I never thought I'd get to do all this stuff, you know. Come to Japan.
Oh, well, I'm going to get my world's tiniest violin out to hear the story, the sob story.
No, I never thought I'd get to do this.
No,
my friend, he went to the private school, he got a school trip to New York. I got to go to the farm.
I went on the school trip to New York.
Oh, fuck.
I'm from Wales, mate. We had like 4 pence and a shilling.
Fucking hell. We went to the farm.
Well, wait,
it was like, this is a cow. Do you like cows? And it was like, oh,
I did that
ambivalent
too.
At best.
Well, so it was, we went on a school trip to New York, and it was the first time our school had done it. And it was mainly because our history teacher wanted to see like the Smithsonian and stuff.
Isn't that Washington?
I went to Washington as well.
But
no, there was
New York and Washington.
No, it was great. There was this moment.
Maidstone Farm.
This is when I truly learned the value of money. It was like a Hunger Games scene. The teacher came in, and he was like this, and it was all of us. And he went like, some of you can afford this, some of you cannot, but it will be a life-changing experience for those of you who can come.
And you did go?
Yeah, my mum said that I wasn't, she gave me, I think it was something like I wasn't allowed a birthday present if I went. And I was like...
Pretty fair trade-off.
And because it was, I can't remember how much it was. But it was so ridiculously expensive, and it was only ended up being like a third of my year that went.
Wow.
It wasn't a lot.
The chosen few.
Yeah. Well, my mum was always of the mindset that like buying me things was a waste of money, but sending me to places was always worth.
That's a solid. I mean, that's a solid way to look at things.
We would always go on like school holidays, not school holidays. We always go on holidays like Bulgaria because it was cheap.
Yeah.
And I don't know anyone else who's been to Bulgaria because it was like you could go skiing in France, which costs $1 billion, or we could go on a Jet 2 holiday, which is like 4 pence, and the plane might not go off, and you get to go to Bulgaria where everything's like 3 pence, and like it's really nice.
It is weird. I don't know how, as somebody from a working class background, a lot of my friends were sort of middle classy, and I think that exacerbated the sense of like.
You feel
cross-line.
Yeah,
like, the class is a serious thing in the UK. You feel it everywhere. I remember dating somebody who was lovely, nice, but wealthy, and she got to go and be a ski instructor. And I was like, I've got to work and die. And I got the crappiest job I've ever had. And then I saved up for 6 months to go and visit her. And it was on that journey that I met a couple on a plane. and they were like, "Oh, daughter's in Japan on the JET program." I was like, "JET program? You say? What is this?"
Do tell more.
And then that led to me being.
So if you hadn't travelled that day, you would.
If I hadn't saved up for 3 to 4 months to go skiing in Val d'Isère, which costs literally more money than God to go down the ski slope.
I remember.
I got to meet this family, and they told me about their daughter living here, and that's how I got on the JET program.
One time we did go skiing in France, and I remember that like we went to the cafeteria, and I used to never understand why there would always be food places, but we would always bring sandwiches. And then I was like, "Can I get a pizza?" And Mum was like, "No, I cannot have a pizza. It's €10 a slice, Connor. You can't have a fucking pizza."
Oh my God.
We've made all these sandwiches for €10. You can't have a pizza. But obviously as a kid, you just don't get it. You don't get money. But it's weird, isn't it? But I think my mum instilled the being of a cheapskate in me, which is important. Because when I went to uni, I remember I had a spreadsheet, and every single penny I spent, even if it was like 30 pence or I gave 20p away, I would write it down in my
And he still does that to this very day?
No, I don't, because now I'm very fortunate. I've got more money than I've ever needed. But when I was in uni and I didn't have much, and obviously YouTube back then only paid like 3 pence because I was uploading, I had like 2 videos. I used to like ration everything. But I was also, I think I was too much of a cheapskate too. People would ask like, "Hey, can you come out?" And I'd be like, "You owe me 37 pence for this cut." And I'd be, I was that one mate that was the worst.
I was always
which you never want to be.
Chucked all their money away doing things. And
I didn't do that. I rationed it. I lived like I was.
When I came here, I had
a financial crisis.
I think it was like minus 2,000 in the overdraft, and I was like, the first month's salary will fix that, and then it didn't. And then I got hit with a bill for 80,000 yen to rent a car, which is stupid.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's weird. I mean,
it ruins. But like, I remember, like, I would not like. I get really pissed off with my mates if they owed me like £5 and they wouldn't pay me back.
Not much has changed, old friend.
No. Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! That is slanderous.
He's going to do me for
that is absolutely a lie. I literally don't give a fuck now. But fuck off. But were you like that? Did you ever mate like that, or were you? If you like went out.
No.
What about when you used to? Because obviously in uni you'd go out. Sometimes you got food.
At university, I had 3 jobs.
Fucking hell.
I worked at energy procurement in an office. I worked as a project coordinator for something, and I worked at Leeds Castle, waiting on Elon Musk and Prince Andrew.
How the fuck do you do all these jobs?
I went mental, and I had a car, and I used to drive. I'd actually skip most of my lectures
to work to pay for uni.
And that's why I'm really smart. I will say lectures and seminars at university a lot of the time are a waste of money unless you have one-on-one time with the tutor. And I quickly discovered that, and I was like, I could sit in the lecture and learn nothing in a crowd of 200 people, or I can go and work and make money.
I think you learn pretty quickly if you're meant to be there, and if you feel like you're actually going to get the value out of it.
But the problem with me is I would do these 3 jobs, I would earn the money, but I wouldn't ever like keep tabs on it, and I would just spend it on silly things. I went for one, I saved up and I went to Rome for a weekend with a friend, and while I was there I crashed a moped into a wall because somebody cut me up in a tunnel. And the moped people were like, that'll be $2,000.
Oh my God.
I was very stupid and reckless.
You're a moron.
But I never had a problem working multiple jobs. It always felt like you were learning things on the job, right? It wasn't even just the money. You learn things on the job. Right?
I was so excited to do my first job.
Hate it. Yeah, I look back fondly on that time to some extent. There was a lot of time wasted as well.
Could you imagine the 180 I did? I was so excited to work at McDonald's.
I mean, who wouldn't be? Well, these free McMuffins.
Well, yeah, and I they always ask you, "Oh, did you get sick of the food?" I never did.
I mean,
I never did. I just got sick of the people, not the customers, like just the other staff. They were the worst.
But they
ruined it for me. I didn't mind making burgers. It was meditative. I got really good at making burgers. I got really good at it.
It's still good today. Well, as we'll see at the barbecue later tonight.
Oh yeah, you will see.
The McDonald's in Connor's coming out. But I think doing those 3 jobs set me up for doing multiple things. Like when I came here and I was a teacher, I would teach by day and do the videos by night, and it never seemed weird to have more than one job or one thing that I was doing.
Well, I think it's also maybe like 10 years ago, when you worked a side job, you were actually able to like afford things or like do nice things. But now it does feel a bit like even if you work a side job, during uni, you can't really do anything still.
It's true.
So I think it's just a bit shit, really. I do empathise with people who have to go to uni now because it feels like the worst
100%,
time.
man. I mean,
because not only are you now going to be like everyone's like you get no job, but you also
I mean, I
can't
know
have any money.
when you went to university, the rates were higher than me, and a few years before me, they got it for free, and it was just like, you went to university for free, you bastard. And I had friends in Scotland because in Scotland, I don't know if there was any tuition fees. Anyway,
No, Scotland's
boring,
or
ranty,
1,000 or something.
Talk about money is boring.
Yeah, but travelling,
Work ethic,
travelling.
having a strong work ethic is a good way to be successful, but also making sure you don't spend all your time working is also important. This is a mistake I've made.
Well, I read something, an article that was talking about people who can be relied on, and it was like at this point it was the highest rate it had ever been, where people reported that they were reliable and liked being relied on and were disciplined, had more chance than succeeding than people who are like born into wealth or something. I can't remember what it was.
sort of believe that. Like my,
I can't remember exactly what it was there. I could be making shit up, but I thought it was like something like that.
My dad would like wake up 5 a.m. He'd drive 3 hours down the M20 to like Farnborough, work on the airplanes, come back 5 p.m. and do that 5 days a week. And I think that instilled in me this idea that you should be working. You have to work.
Yeah.
The day is like, go and work. And I think that rubbed off on me. But I think, maybe if you came from a different background, that might not be the same.
But I think everyone's got that one mate who just like is like watches their life crumble around them and doesn't do anything. And you're like,
it is weird.
Yeah.
It fucks my head up though, because there's like free will and whatnot, but then there isn't, because I didn't choose.
It's all in the head.
It's weird, man. Of fatalism and determinism. Like, I didn't choose to be born in Maidstone in 1990 to working class parents who were nice and kind and good, and it sort of set me up on a good path. I might not have been born into like immense wealth or whatever, but it was a pretty solid foundation to be born on. You know.
Yeah, and we
yourself.
both have really nice parents, and I mean that's also like rare.
So
I feel.
there is a massive degree of luck. There's no doubt
Half
about
people
that.
I know have like they hate their parents.
You know. That's why I think it's important to be sympathetic towards other people, because we didn't get to choose where we ended up, when we ended up. Much of existence is outside of our control. Right?